Cockfighting ban the same way it treats Uncle Sam's marijuana laws? Chris Barnett explains. And more than 170 undergraduate and more than 70 grad students walk the stage during UOG's fall commencement ceremony. Good evening, everybody, and happy holidays. I'm Jason Salas, and a special holiday to all of you joining us on Facebook Live tonight. Because facing several years in prison in our top story, one woman involved in the 2017 Department of Corrections contraband scandal will get to spend Christmas with her family after an emotional sentencing hearing in Superior Court this afternoon. Sabrina Salas-Matanani has our lead report.
Roxanne Hoku was greeted with a cheering crowd after her 5-year sentence was suspended. It's a story that began with drugs but ending with hope and recovery.
Just give it to God and Oasis. Thank you.
Hoku had pleaded guilty to her role in the 2017 DOC contraband case, which saw several officers and inmates also going down for smuggling drugs into the Mangilao compound. Hoku early on pleaded guilty to that case, but within a span of 6 months, she was busted 2 additional times on drug-related charges. During her sentencing hearing today, she was recognized for turning her life around. Her attorney, James Marr, saying she has been drug-free for 760 days. Hoku herself told the court that she didn't know right from wrong because of her addiction, that she was caught up in a lie. Since entering and working for the Oasis Empowerment Center for Women, she has no plans to go back to that dark, lonely place, that there is, quote, amazing life without drugs. The courtroom was filled with her supporters, not only from Oasis, but from drug rehabilitation and recovery programs such as New Beginnings and Togi. After Hoku spoke, Judge Sokola said there's not a dry eye in the courtroom. They are tears of mercy, that she can see it, feel it, and hear it from those in attendance. One of those in attendance was Oasis clinical supervisor Olivia Borja, who says Hoku's story is an inspiration for others recovering from drug addiction.
We're incredibly proud of her, and God moves mountains. I mean, she's been so connected, and she just trusted him. She just did everything that he asked her to. She has an incredible support and packed out the room, and that just encouraged people that there's hope. There's hope. You don't have to give up. God can take a messy past and turn it into a miracle. He does it every day.
The suspended sentence came at the request of the AG's office, the Assistant Attorney General telling the court that with her 3 cases, you would think she was a hardened criminal. But in the last 2 years, her recovery has shown otherwise, and that addiction does not define her. The Assistant AG adding the suspended sentence would give Hoku a chance to continue to demonstrate her recovery, and that by continuing her work at Oasis as a residential monitor, it would also give her the opportunity to help other addicts with their recovery. Judge Sokola not only suspended her 5-year sentence, but also issued a $15,000 fine, of which $9,000 was credited for the hours she's been working at Oasis. Judge Sokola acknowledged that she did the crimes because of her brothers that were in jail, that she did what she did for love, but in all the wrong places. Quote, it drove you to do this. In the past 2 years, Hoku has not only been drug-free, but also earned her GED from the Guam Community College and is currently employed at Oasis and plans to further her education. Judge Sokola said, your character and attitude suggest you won't break the law again. She encouraged Hoku to go after her college degree and move forward in life. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Sabrina Salas-Matanani.
Sabrina also adds other defendants in the contraband case were scheduled to be sentenced on Christmas Eve, yet because, as you know, that day has been declared a GovGuam holiday, the matter has been pushed back. Also in court, Superior Court Judge Vern Perez has set the trial for Brandon Acosta to the 3rd week of January. He is accused of the 2018 rape and murder of 15-year-old Tamika Nauta. As we reported in June of last year, the teen was found dead inside her bedroom, and it wasn't until months later in October that an inmate at DOC came forward alleging that Acosta, who is also inside prison, confided in him that he had killed Nauta. Acosta has since pleaded not guilty. Elsewhere, 37-year-old Ariel Macapagal was busted on drug charges by Port Police. Macapagal, along with a female passenger, was parked in a car near the PD Channel for Friday for more than an hour. Port Police decided to check on what they were doing and asked if they had drugs inside the car. Macapagal admitted there was ice in the center console, but said they were not his. When police conducted a search, they found a scale, several plastic straws with residue, several glass pipes with residue, and plastic bags with residue testing positive for methamphetamine. Excuse me. Macapagal was charged with a drug possession as a 3rd-degree felony. Well, at first it was a routine traffic pullover for expired tags and a defective light, but turned out to be not much more. Not only did 32-year-old Rudy Lujan have a bench warrant for his arrest, but drugs were found inside his car. Lujan was pulled over recently in Dedido, and although he admitted there was a meth pipe inside the car, police also found 3 plastic bags containing a powdery residue which tested positive for amphetamines, I should say. Lujan has a prior case also involving drugs, but he failed to appear for a continued arraignment hearing back in June. For this recent arrest, he was charged with drug possession as a third-degree felony with a special allegation of a commission of a felony while on felony release. Well, a stolen motorcycle, tags there switched, and drugs have led to the arrest of 40-year-old Jesse Munya. Early Saturday morning, police pulled over Munya, who was operating a motorcycle in Dedido. Munya had admitted to police that he had ice in his bag, with police also running the plates and learned that the motorcycle had been stolen. Munya told police he had borrowed the motorcycle from a friend, saying he had a feeling it may have been stolen because his friend is known to steal cars and motorcycles. He was charged with drug possession, fraudulent use of a license plate, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and having a vehicle without identification. In federal headlines, before Congress adjourned for the holiday, Congressman Michael Nicholas introduced legislation, and according to Congress.gov, it would provide a non-voting delegate to the Senate representing American Samoa, the CNMI, Guam, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, and for other purposes. Currently, the U.S. territories only have non-voting representatives in the House, with the text of the measure not yet having been posted. His H.R. 5526 was co-sponsored by Congressman Eleanor Holmes Norton, representing D.C., and CNMI Delegate Gregorio Camacho Sablan. The bill has been referred to the Committee on Natural Resources. Elsewhere tonight, cockfighting and cannabis. Should GovGuam treat the federal cockfighting ban the same way it treats Uncle Sam's marijuana laws? Our Chris Barnett investigates.
Frank Charfers' father, Ed, owns the Dedido Cockpit, a.k.a. the Dome. While the Dome is officially closed for cockfighting business, Charfers says GovGuam should follow Puerto Rico's lead and stand up to the federal government.
I think the only way around that is for a cockpit board to issue a license and kind of go the same route with the marijuana laws out here, I guess.
While marijuana is illegal under federal law, Guam legalized cannabis in April of this year. And about that cockpit licensing board, it has vacancies on it that have yet to be filled by the administration. Charfer has said deciding which federal or stateside laws and programs Guam will be a part of is inconsistent. He said Guam was left out of Obamacare and Disney Plus, but not the cockfighting ban. And while he says his father is looking at the value of the property the Dome sits on, Charfers adds that cockfighting supported many through peripheral jobs like bed callers, bird doctors, and knife men, and it also brought millions of dollars into Guam's economy.
Some of the events we have here are the biggest prize monies on Guam, and in any sport, whether it's golf, running, whatever venue you have where there's a purse, that's the biggest prize money out here on Guam, I think.
We asked Charfers if he tried to reach out to Guam Congressman Michael Nicholas to see if any local cockers could get any help from their federal representative on this issue.
I put a statement on his website, if he can do anything on his side, but I didn't get a response.
Other cockfighters have told KUAM they also got the cold shoulder from the congressman, and Charfers says other politicians did say they would support cockers when they needed the votes.
But they were all up there prior to election saying we support you and all that.
Charfers also said Animal Wellness Action, a political action group offering rewards for tips leading to federal cockfighting convictions, should look at how chickens are killed in chicken manufacturing factories. The group announcing last week they would have investigators on Guam to look into any cockfighting activity here.
I think they're just bluffing, but, whatever. If they want to spend money, I don't know how they're raising money, but if they want to spend money to do that, let them come out here and do it.
KUAM has learned several cockfights were held around the island over the weekend, even though that federal ban went into effect on Friday. After all, Charfer has said, when it comes to cocking, 'tis the season.
Right now, it is the season. The roosters are feeling good right now. They're just coming out of the molt, so they've got fresh feathers on them.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
In other news tonight, KUAM News has learned the Assistant Adjutant General for the Guam Army National Guard, Colonel Cory Gacano, is no longer in that position. The colonel mentioned in one of the anonymous letters sent to Governor Lou Leon Guerrero concerned about the leadership of Adjutant General Esther Agigi. According to that communique, it was alleged that Gacano is not qualified to hold the position of Assistant AG, Adjutant General, I should say, because he is not a resident of Guam. According to Guam law, the Assistant Adjutant General, quote, shall be a citizen of the United States and a resident of Guam. Colonel Gacano is not a resident, making him illegible for consideration, the letter argued. The statement from the Guard said today, and I quote again, Colonel Corey Gacano is presently performing duties as the Guam National Guard's Chief of Joint Staff in his full-time capacity, end quote. When we asked if that meant he was no longer the assistant tag, Guard spokeswoman Major Joe Blas said, correct, quoting her, he is no longer performing duties as the Assistant Adjutant General of the Army. Well, please stay tuned. There is much more coming up.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Sanctuary exists to improve the quality of life for Guam's youth experiencing family conflict in an effort to preserve family unity. Our services include 24-hour crisis intervention, temporary safe refuge, counseling, and prevention programs. The reality is, Guam as we know it has changed. The family unit as we know it has changed. Now is the time for us to step in and help youth and families help themselves. Support the magic of giving.
Half the day, I'm in the club.
Half a day, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Half the day, I'm in the club.
This holiday season, take a deal home at the Big Finish 2019, only at Cars Plus. Finish the year with the perfect gift under your Christmas tree. Take advantage of employee pricing on new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Visit us at carsplusguam.com.
Green Energy Solutions, Inc. would like to congratulate GU Self-Storage along with Calvo Enterprises in doing their part by going green with a monthly power reduction by over 80%. Power consumption before installation was 39,700 kilowatt hours. After installation ended in 6,221 kilowatt hours, which resulted in savings over $10,000 a month. GESI also offers LED lights, solar thermal VRF air conditioning, and solar photovoltaics. Visit our website and let us help you save. It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
Congressman Michael Nicholas evidently is not pleased with the legislature's action on the new version of Bill 181. He posted on Facebook that this is nothing but a sham, but the legislation has nothing in place to solve anything. Quoting him from Facebook, I still can't understand how any politician can think that risking the solution is worth passing something, that being the bill, that is the exact same problem as what we are trying to fix, end quote. The legislation was passed Friday by a vote of 12-3. The three senators who voted nay were Senators Mary Torres, James Moylan, and Luis Muñoz. The bill's been forwarded to Adelup and is currently under review by the governor, who has indicated she will sign it into public policy. As for the congressman's other legislation, which I told you about previously, he says it will likely be passed by the Senate next month. More tax refunds in very positive news will be made out this week as Revenue Taxes processed some 250 refund checks to the tune of about $711,000. This includes refunds garnished to repay government debts for error-free returns filed on or before June 28th. Again, June 28th on or before for tax refunds coming out very soon. Elsewhere tonight, the Guam Environmental Protection Agency has issued not one, not two, but 3 notices of violation. Here's Chris Barnett with the details.
The Guam Environmental Protection Agency issued 3 notices of violation, 1 to a military contractor and 2 to a pair of Tuman businesses. Department of Defense contractor Watts, Inc. was issued an NOV after Guam EPA inspectors found an approximately 1-mile-long silt fence designed to prevent runoff and erosion was not properly installed at the company's Polaris Point project. Inspectors had found similar violations during an inspection in July of this year. The agency found Watts failing to secure the erosion and sediments rendered it ineffective and incapable of preventing sediment from the construction site from reaching a nearby river, wetlands, and the ocean.
You run the risk of soil erosion you run the risk of that inundating wetlands and our recreational waters. So part of our regulations are to make sure that your project is properly managing soil erosion and runoff from your project site. Fines for this type of infraction carry a statutory maximum of $125,000 and not more than $10,000 per day.
Meanwhile, the sandcastle was also sent to NOV by the agency, but Lee said the business responded by saying it was pumping rainwater from the back of its property to the main street in Tumon. The NOV, prompted by a video complaint Guam EPA said was submitted to the Guam Visitors Bureau. Lee said a device found in the back area of the sandcastle was pumping flood waters from its property out onto the main road. Meanwhile, a third NOV was given to the Dusatani Hotel after inspectors were called there.
There was an observation that water was being discharged from Dusatani and into the Tumon Bay area. So there was an erosion channel that was observed. Our agency personnel conducted an inspection into the erosion channel. There were samples that were taken, and some of these results came back positive for bacteria. It's E. coli and enterococci. Those are two indicators for bacteria that will indicate the presence of fecal matter.
Lee said the agency is working with the hotel, which operates its own wastewater sewage system on the property.
We understand that there was a discharge from their wastewater pump station. That area has been disinfected. So we're working with them to make sure that in storm events they're properly managing their water, their storm water off of the property. 3 samples were collected by Guam EPA staff. One from an outlet of a pipe where we suspected the discharge to originate, and 2 others from marine waters on both sides of the erosion channel.
Meanwhile, in a release, Dusatani Resort Guam General Manager Dean Huntsman said, quote, Dusatani is working closely with the agency to address all concerns as this is a very important subject to us. Rest assured, we are committed to eco-friendly practices and sustainability of our natural resources, end quote. The NOVs can be found on the agency's website, epa.guam.gov. For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
In other island news headlines tonight, $2,000 is how much our friends at Guam Animals in Need are offering for information leading to the arrest or indictment of the one or more persons guilty of poisoning pets down in Malesso. GAIN has doubled its reward, saying in a release that an anonymous donor gave an extra $1,000, with GAIN President Cyrus Lur saying, quote, hopefully this reward will spur someone to share information that'll bring the killer to justice. The release further says 20 pets, 18 dogs, and 2 felines have died under mysterious circumstances since November. Veterinarian Dr. Lisa Sill confirmed 2 of the dogs killed were poisoned with antifreeze. Now, poisoning a pet is a felony under local law. If you have any information, please call GAIN. Their number is 653-GAIN. That's 653-GAIN. Or check out guam.crimestoppersweb.com. Well, on Sunday, the University of Guam conferred degrees to more than 250 students at its fall commencement ceremony over at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse. Crossing the stage were 176 undergrads and 77 graduate students. The number of master's degrees conferred is about a third higher than last year as well, with the largest number of graduates coming from the School of Business and Public Administration, woohoo, which conferred 102 undergrad and graduate degrees. The business school, as well as the School of Education, graduated the most master's students, conferring 33 degrees each. Biology major Natasha Hagans was named class valedictorian, and Anne-Marie Munya, the GM for AM Insurance and a 83 UOG alumna who majored in Management and Business Administration, delivered the commencement address. Congratulations to the now alumni of the home of the Tritons. With regional headlines now, here's Ashley and KSPN 2 News.
Hafa-Day Guam, here are the headlines for CNMI.
Members of the House of Representatives met this morning to discuss a resolution that will promote economic development, disaster recovery, and restore the CNMI's tourism industry. The Office of Planning and Development is working alongside the Department of Community and Cultural Affairs to repair and upgrade the Oliai Sports Complex and the Civic Center Beach Park. OPD Executive Director Kodep Ogumore Ulodong states how this project will change the CNMI.
This project is listed as one of the top 20 priority projects under the Comprehensive Economic Development Strategy that OPD had prepared and submitted to the U.S. Department of Commerce Economic Development Administration earlier this year. For this particular project, we're very hopeful that EDA would consider it, as we see many economic benefits that would flow out should this proposal be approved for funding. Additionally, we anticipate the building of an Olympic-sized swimming pool as well at the existing sports complex as part of this proposal. So we're very thankful for the support of the House.
Ulodong says they have been working with various partners across the government to identify sustained and robust proposals. These proposals will be submitted to the U.S. Economic Development Administration for funding and support by the disaster recovery funds made available by the U.S. Congress.
This particular project is probably one of the most costly that we're anticipating.
Congressman John Posablon, who authored the resolution, says potential areas in the CNMI have been assessed by EDA staff, and this project in particular has been prioritized.
The funds are actually for economic purposes because it's coming from the Economic Development Administration on U.S. commerce. So we're very, very grateful to Mr. Marano Iglesias, and the people of the CNMI feels wholeheartedly because he's actually a NMI descent, actually from Saipan, and we're very, very happy that with the energy that he has put, with the assessment that he has done here in Ireland, I'm very confident personally that we can get some awards out of the total 563 million that is awaiting. It's competitive, but we are optimistic and we're hopeful that the CNMI as a whole could benefit on some awards in the very, very near future.
The resolution was adopted earlier today by the members who continue to support the revitalization of the Marianas. Here on Capitol Hill for the last House session of 2019, I'm Sally Lemus reporting for KSPN News.
For more news, visit saipantv.com. For KSPN2 News, I'm Ashley McDowell.
And because it is Christmas, just about, we here at KUAM and our friends at ITNE are giving away the item on everyone's wish list, the wonderful iPhone 11. Now, whether you've been naughty or nice, doesn't matter. Check out KUAM, I94, and Uno on Instagram to see how you could win. Happy holidays from us, and once again, our friends at ITNE on giving you this bonus giveaway. Really, really cool. All right, please stay tuned. Island Sports is coming up.
Make every day a plus.
We wouldn't have gotten 4 without you.
Because we do everything for you.
For all the conversations.
For all the likes and shares.
For all the fun and laughter.
For always choosing us to provide you with the connections that you value the most.
Thank you for making Docomo Pacific your most loved network 4 years in a row.
Viva!
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. On the way, Special Olympics Softball Championships from the Paseo Stadium. But first off, high school soccer championships from the GFA National Training Center between the Harvest Eagles and JFK Islanders. Check it out. The Harvest Eagles played spoilers once again, handing the JFK Islanders a 1-0 loss in this year's IIAG boys soccer title game. Harvest scored the lone goal of the contest in the 74th minute of play, courtesy of All-Island MVP James Lee. Lee was also responsible for helping the Eagles beat the Islanders 1-0 in their last regular season game, preventing JFK from going undefeated during the regular season. James scored the eventual game-winning goal towards the end of regulation. The last time the Eagles won the IIAG soccer title was back in 2008.
14 seniors coming to play, some first time, some returning, and it's great that we can bring a championship back to Harvest and lift it again. The deciding factors were that we didn't stop playing, we always played hard, we hustled to the end, and we played to the last man. And in the end, we might have only gotten a couple of chances, but we sealed the deal and we held it down too.
Special Olympics Guam athletes took to the Paseo Stadium for their third annual softball championships. Close to 70 athletes and 16 coaches started training for the competition in early October. Huge shout out to all of the sponsors and volunteers who helped out to make this year's event another success.
Our coaches this year are coaches that actually play the sport. They come from the men and women's softball, either fast or slow pitch on island. Our men and women in uniform from the Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, as well as the Marines and Army. The Army group, the contingent group that's out here, have been a big supporter of our league play. We also have the JFK ROTC group, and a person that most baseball fans are familiar with, Mark Colby.
Mark Colby was the announcer for the games. Athletes practiced with their respective teams for a few weeks, followed by 4 weeks of league play, heading into this past weekend's championship game.
We spent the first 2 weeks on skilled assessment. After we were done with that, then we went ahead and we divided because of the number of athletes that came out, we divided and made 6 teams. We also included unified partners, and these are our partners, same age as most of our athletes, without disabilities. And you know, we're at the forefront of that experiment, and we see it's working out well.
In wrestling news, Thomas McCready from Kaiser High School in Honolulu placed second in the boys varsity 160-pound division at the officials tournament in Hawaii. This tournament mirrors their state championship tournament. The junior wrestler lost to Kahukalana from Hilo via decision. Thomas is pictured with Guam's Nainoa Calvo, who is an assistant coach at Hilo High. In jiu-jitsu news, Figo Bonsai Academy jiu-jitsu competitor Isaac Balahaja took home 2 gold medals from the Abu Dhabi International Pro held in Japan. Isaac took the top spot in the 77 kg gi division and 94 kg no gi division for brown belts.
Guam is truly a majestic place with its sheer natural beauty, wealth of beaches, and culturally rich landscape. Unfortunately, Guam has a real problem with unwanted invasive species. Help us in preventing their introduction and spread. The coconut rhinoceros beetle, the little fire ant, the African snail, Siam weed. These are just a few of the numerous invasives on Guam. Follow proper custom procedures when bringing plants and animals into Guam.
Help protect Guam. Tell your family and friends about invasive species.
To report invasive species, call 475-PEST.
I am an Instagram boyfriend. Colorful backgrounds, candids, staged candids. I get them all. But now that rolled chicken tacos are back at Taco Bell,
oh, babe, look!
My hands are tied.
Sunset heart hands! Babe, sunset heart hands! Sunset heart hands!
Let's just enjoy this moment.
Take the picture!
So easy to dip, so hard to put down. Rolled chicken tacos are back with your choice of dips, only at Taco Bell.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Attention Guam business owners. Green Energy Solutions would like to help you save on your power bill. We supply various LED lighting, energy efficient air conditioners, solar thermal VRF systems, and solar panels. You can count on our product warranty and quick turnaround and immediate response service. GESI has saved other local businesses over 80% off their power. Call us to see how much we can save your business. Call us today at 647-8111 or visit gesiguam.com for more information.
If you're streaming us on Facebook, make sure to tag the people who are in tonight's birthday shoutouts. Add them in comments because we are ready to make their day. All right, everybody, happy birthday on this Monday, December 23rd to Joshua Leo Alianza. Happy birthday, Daddy. Thank you for everything you've done and continue to do for us. You're truly the greatest dad in the world. Hope you have a great day. We love you today, tomorrow, and always and forever. From Mommy, Ren, Jaylee, Carmelin, Jr., and Day Day. Also, happy birthday to Renisme Alija Babalta. Happy birthday number 6 from Daddy, Auntie Tam, and your Babalta familia. And Rachel and Mackenzie both celebrate birthdays today. Happy birthday to our mother and daughter from the entire family. That is awesome. Mother and daughter, birthday on the same day. And happy belated birthday wishes going out to Vincent Perez. We love and miss you, say Mom and Janisha Lynn. And they put both balloon and heart emoji, which is awesome. And lastly, but certainly not least, happy belated birthday wishes to Jaden Kai Mendoza. Happy 14th birthday. Jaden was born on the 22nd. Hope everybody out there had the best birthday ever. You too can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Just go to KUAM.com, click on birthdays, and then tune in. That simple, that free, that fun, and that awesome. Please stay tuned. More awesomeness is coming up after this.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Green Energy Solutions, Inc. Visit gesiguam.com or call 647-8111 for more details on how